everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. I just finished up my brunch. As you guys know, I just posted a react to Chantal, the deleted first part of her Valentine's Day live. As I said in the previous react, it was a really weird night. Hi, Booger. She came online and she did a live. At the same time, Frenchie was doing her live, a live that Frenchie had scheduled. Chantal knew that. She had to know that because she subscribed to French Fried Girl's channel. And even if she's not, she can easily check to see if Frenchie's going to go live. So Frenchie was live first. Chantal decided to hop on live while Frenchie was live. And she wanted Frenchie's attention. It's very obvious. It's happened many times before. Hey, Booger. So allegedly, Chantal got mad because Frenchie decided to take a peek, see what was going on. Frenchie was reviewing another live that she did, a more entertaining live. And then Chantal got mad and said she was going to do a members only live. My thoughts about that? Chantal, you're shameless. You're absolutely shameless. Beezers, you got played. You absolutely got played. Chantal was just looking to grift, and she took the opportunity of Frenchie peeking in on her to grift y'all or try to grift y'all. She made mention that she was going to do a members only live and she was going to quote unquote drop tea. Spoiler, there was no tea spilled. There was nothing earth shattering about it from what I hear. But she was trying to create a sense of urgency to some of you to hurry up and get a membership because she was going to do a members only live and drop tea. I heard that there were only 20 people in that live. So I'm glad that a lot of you decided not to go into the members only live. And as soon as French Fried Girl got off her live, then she came back online on YouTube. So it was a sleazy attempted grift on you Beezers, which didn't go over very well. And that's what it was really all about. It wasn't about Chantal had actual tea or she wanted to do a members only live. It was her sleazy, sleazeball way of trying to grift all of you that are her Beezers. So what I'm going to be reacting to today is the part 2 to her live because she just kept breaking it up into several parts. I already put up the first part. It's time to part 2. And if there are any boring parts in it, we'll just skip ahead. Also, I've got some Twitter peeps that show you guys. There aren't a whole lot because I just did a react with a lot of stuff in it, but there is some stuff to go over. So it's time for the Twitter peeps, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, it's time for the Twitter peeps. So let me just go ahead and make sure I am where I need to be. All right, we are there. So let me just share the screen with you guys so you guys can see what's going on. So for those of you that are on Twitter, you'd like to follow me on Twitter. There's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Let's start here with a post courtesy of Mrs. Floopa Booty. Mrs. Floopa Booty says, so according to Chantal's latest version of history, this was Salaz dropping her off when he thought he'd likely never see her again. Look at that smile. He was thrilled to be rid of her. Yeah, look how happy he looks. Oh, look how happy he looks. When is the last time we've seen Salah smile like this? It's been a while. Like he was dropping her off, and you would think as her husband, he would be sad. He might even be crying, or at least be looking really, really somber. Oh no, like he couldn't smile any wider if he tried. He was so happy. The relief is written all over his face. Mrs. Floopa Booty goes on to say, yeah, this is not the face of a man that's sad that his wife is leaving him. Yeah. Yeah, he's happy. Let's watch the rest of it. Oh, no. We're going to turn the volume down. So look at him. I mean, look how happy he is. Like he is so happy. He was practically hopping and skipping down the road. Look. Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye. He was so, Look at this, Chantal. When is the last time you've seen Salah look this happy? Is he this happy when he's around you? I bet he isn't. And to be fair, you're the happiest and you're the most relieved when you're back in Canada. You're more yourself. You have a more of a easy air about yourself when you're in Canada because you're back on home soil and you're not around him. So there's a common theme here. When you're away from him, when he's away from you, you're both happier people. So again, why stay in Kuwait? It's just a whole bunch of misery you don't need. Moving on to Che. Che says, Salah used to make her hide farts, burps, and anything gross. I wish he would do it again because it's so nasty. I can tell how done they are with each other by the way she does whatever she wants. Their dynamic has definitely changed. She doesn't listen to him ever anymore. Agreed. And I'm also picking up from Salah that he's so done with her, he doesn't care. He doesn't care to play the husband on camera. He stays away a lot. When he does have to be off camera, you can hear his voice. You can hear the annoyance in his voice. He does not want to be around Chantal. He's so done with all of this. There's this feeling off of him of, I don't care if you go back home to Canada. Go for it. I am not threatened by it. Do what you want to do. I'm not a part of this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this. Leave me alone. Like, that's what his energy says to me. Krabby Sign gave some interesting information about marriages in Kuwait. Krabby Sign says the Sultan or the president would he needs to approve the marriage. Their marriage is basically on a waiting list. She'll need both Kuwaiti and Canada to recognize the marriage. Until then, the marriage is not fully sealed. So there's a waiting list, Chantal, for people that want to be married. And you got to get the approval of your country and his country to sign off. So I don't think y'all are really married. I think it's an on-camera marriage. You guys are play acting over there. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, the world's most pathetic woman busting nuts over a trash tier pizza. Tell us you have nothing in your miserable life by this basic meal to bring you joy. This is all Foodie content. Look, y'all want proof? Foodies love this. They love the fast food, the orgasm faces. Yep. Phallic symbols. She's doing this for anime and for anybody else in her audience that loves that. Look. Foodie content. Anime Sucks loves this kind of stuff all day long, every day. Slender Pony says, in the live yesterday, she asked to go out to the grocery store together so they could make a Valentine's Day meal. He quickly said, no, just order it. LMFAO. Then she rolled her eyes and tried to make excuses as to why she couldn't, and he doubled down. Yeah, he's done with this. He wants no part of this, Chantal. Why are you forcing him to be a part of it? Leave the guy alone. Just pack your bags, come back to Canada. This thing is over. It's been over. Why are you sticking with it? To stick it to girl world? You're hurting yourself more and you're making yourself more and more broke. Okay, just be done with it. He's so done. He's not even wanting to pretend. All right. Okay, Krabby Sign also says, let's see. Their marriage is not sealed until the Sultan approves of the marriage, which means their marriage is on the waiting list and it takes years. Same law as my boyfriend's country. His bro was on the list for 5 years with his wife. So it's been less than 3 years. So even if they try to get married, they would still need the approval of the Sultan or the Sheikh. Is it Sheikh? They would need that approval, and it's been less than 5, so I don't think they've gotten it, even if the marriage were definitely authentic. Narky says they did everything illegally. This is where the wasta comes in. She's over 30, so she doesn't technically need a father's consent. However, they shouldn't have been living together prior to the sign off of the contract. That is what she signed, a contract that she can't read. Yeah, that contract could be for anything. She doesn't know, and Salah's not going to tell her if it's shiesty. He's not going to tell her. She doesn't know what she put her name on. Biddy says, and this has to do with, like Poopgate and her with the messages from Kybella. Biddy says, and no, none of that happened. Also, if he was done, why the F would you race back to Kuwait right after his grapey poop eating cheating was exposed? You couldn't get there fast enough. So no, that's not how it went down. Yeah, if you guys were done, and he's talking to another woman, why were you racing to get back to Kuwait? Like, what was the hurry all about? Trashy Girly says Foodie Beauty is a dumb person. Fair use act is a thing. Maybe I should talk to YouTube for Foodie promotion, her cameo, make contact that goes against TOS and breaking YouTube's guidelines all the same. Yeah, Chantal, you're putting cameo stuff on your YouTube stuff. As a matter of fact, you are putting more cameo ads on. You put one at the beginning, one at the end. You're advertising cameo on YouTube. Isn't that against terms of service? So you want to talk about everybody else allegedly breaking terms of service, but you break it every single time you do a video and you post a video and you put cameo stuff on there. But YouTube, honestly, they don't care about you breaking rules. They don't. They don't care. I mean, you've broken every TOS there is and they haven't done crap to you, which I'm scratching my head over, but hey, that's just me. Perfectly Imperfect says the fact that Foodie Beauty made her members only live for highest paying members tells us all we need to know. It wasn't about spilling tea to her loyal Beezers. It was a money grift to get her loyal Beezers to pay for the highest tier. Right. It was bait and switch tactics. Strictly bait and switch. Anybody familiar with that? It's like you promise one thing and you get the money and you give another thing. Bait and switch. I'm going to bait you. And then once I get what I want, I'm going to switch it out. Strictly a scam. She tried to scam you guys. That's just what happened. Okay, are we done with this? Hold on a second. I just want to make sure. Something nice from the vegan. Extremely rare solo halo captured during sunrise. So just want to show something pretty to you guys before we get into Chantal. And something else from Krabby Sign. Crab Sign says, my boyfriend is Omani. His bro is married to a European woman. They had to wait 5 years before their contract could be recognized, and that only happened because Oman changed the laws. She also is supposed to be able to read the marriage agreement in Arabic. That part might be different in KT. I don't know. I don't live there. Okay, Yup says Foodie Beauty has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. She's mentioned before that they check her passport when getting care, so they know she's a tourist and therefore give her supplemental short-term care to last until she's expected to go home. They're unaware that she intends to stay. Yeah, they're just going off the information that they're given. And before we get into the live, just look, I hate to show this to y'all. This is not nice. But just to show you again, Jack is actually Anime Sucks. And in the live we're about to go over, he says in the chat that he's made this drawing or had this drawing and he wants to show it to Chantal. He wants to send it to her. This is the picture in question, just so we're clear. I don't like it. Not my cup of tea, but it is what it is. Just want to give you guys like a not nice reminder because he's about to bring that up. So how about we get into the live and we'll skip around if we need to. I'm not here for every single second. I got stuff to do. So hope you guys enjoy the react. And if you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. But let's see what Chantal has to say.
Bottle. Yeah, you can.
And I'm sorry for showing her eating, y'all. You know I don't like it. But I wanted to start it near the beginning because Anime Sucks is going to come under the Jack name, and just wanted to show that in the react.
Can Road to Nowhere? No, you can wear. Just don't be too revealing. Cleopatra, hi. You change your name. Isabella. Aw, I wish I could share.
Oh, there it is. Shut up, Chantal. There it is. There's Anime saying, I made a thick dragon farting. Can I send it and you show it on stream and critique it? She's cute. Anime, if you have the fetishes that you do, you can keep them to yourself. Why can't you show this stuff on your own channel? Why can't you have your own forum? Why are you asking Chantal to show your fetish stuff on her channel? Is it not enough that she's catering to your fetish on her channel with the farting and the stories about poo and messing herself? Doing the mukbangs, that's not enough? You freak? Like, you're using her to showcase your fetishes and fulfill your fetishes. Find your own forum, sir. Like, seriously, find your own forum. Like, this is YouTube, yo. This is YouTube. This is not a place meant for adult fetishes to be shown out in the open like this. YouTube is an all ages forum. This is not 18 and up. You got freaky fetishes? Take them to a place where they belong. She doesn't even age restrict her content. She doesn't tell people what they're looking at. She just does the fetishes on camera, and she doesn't tell the audience what's up. And I'm sorry, Chantal. I've said it more than once. I'll say it again. That is wrong. Not to disclose to people what you're doing. You're being subtle about it. You're being sneaky about it. But those people like me that know what you're doing, yeah, I'm going to point it out. I'm going to clock you. Because you're doing something in the wrong place and putting in front of people. If they're not asking to see this stuff, they're not paying to see this stuff, they don't want to be exposed to it. Even an audience has the right to know and the right to consent. And when you do stuff and you're not informing people of what they're looking at, you are taking the right to consent. You're forcing stuff upon your audience, and the audience of Girl World, they don't want to know. And they don't want to see. And that's just incorrect behavior, ma'am.
Jack asked us, I made a thick dragon farting. Can I send it to you and show it on stream and critique it? She's cute, safe for work too. Do you see the butthole? If you see the butthole, then no.
And question, Anime, why aren't you using your original handle? Is it because of slaw? Is it because the tarot readers have been reading you to filth? Like you're getting way too open with yourself, and because tarot readers are like clocking the crap out of you and figuring all the stuff out about who you are and what your intentions are, Chantal told you to go back into the shadows. Well, you're not in the shadows. You're still a part of her chat. You're using a different name, but we know it's you. We know it's you. Like, ever since you switched handles, you've not been giving her much money. So what's up? You're still hovering around her. What's up?
Sometimes, Bailey. I love white sauce pizza. Hey, strawberries. This chair is kaput. Leftovers.
Yep, there he goes again. She's got a dress on. Take your freaky stuff somewhere else, Jack /anime. Why are you asking somebody else to showcase your fetish stuff on their channel? What are you doing? Like, you want Chantal to show a dragon, a huge dragon, farting. That's your fetish. Showcase it yourself. You want to expose everybody in her audience and everybody to girl world to what you like? We don't want to see it, sir. We're not interested. Try to forcefully expose people to something that they don't want to see. You're as creepy as she is.
Jack asked us. Thank you for the super chat. She has a dress on? Oh.
Strawberries and Cream says, I think that's anime. Yeah, it is.
Ramadan is February 28th, I think. Red onion and baking, yum. I know Lovato. Can you explain to us, ask Cass, why you draw these things?
You know why. The two of you talk off of YouTube. I've seen it, Chantal. The two of you are very close. You've been close for a while. He talks to you on the phone, doesn't he? Exchanging messages and stuff. He gives you lots of money. You always keep your big money wells close to you, as close as possible, to get the most money. He just has his interest. Why don't you ask the real question? Why is he interested in you? Why is he giving you all that money? Ask that question. He's a feedie. He's giving you all that money, paying for meals perhaps, what other things. He wants to see you get bigger and bigger and bigger. He don't care about your health. He don't care about your lack of mobility. He don't care about your health problems. He's got very extreme fetishes, and he's looking to you to basically fulfill them. And that's why you were doing the farting on screen. Isn't it funny? Like, you guys can see it. Timestamp 6 minutes, 53 seconds. He sends super chats saying that he had a dragon that was passing gas. And then later on, she decides to pass gas. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think she knows about all of his fetishes, and she goes out of her way, or maybe not out of her way, to fulfill them. The fetish for the food, the fetish for the passing gas, being gross, talking about messing her pants. Oh, he loves all of that. He loves it. She does these streams strictly for him and people like him.
I'm seriously curious about, like, is it like a sexual interest?
Yeah, it is. It is. And look at him sending more money. Where can I send it? Where can I send it, Chantal? Dude, don't be a freak. Feature it on your own channel.
Yeah, I think so. Ask Cass's anime sucks.
Up, confirmed. Not that I needed confirmation. I already knew. Jack is anime sucks. But out of her own mouth, yeah, it is anime. But she knew that.
Where can you send it? Oh.
Like, I don't understand his thinking. So you're gonna send this picture to Chantal for what purpose? Like, is that like a hint that you want her to fart on stream? You feature your artwork on her channel? Like where is this going?
Do you know my email or Instagram?
Of course he does. He knows your email. And even if he didn't know, all he's got to do is go to his PayPal and look at where he was sending the money. Email's right there.
Okay.
Trying to act dumb in front of me.
I don't know if I should show that. Should I?
Chantal, you're all about anything that's gross. Of course you would show something like that. If you'll get on camera and burp and fart and pick your nose and pick your ears and come online and tell us about messing your pants in Thailand and messing the bed in Thailand and leaving it there for housekeeping, why wouldn't you show a picture?
Do you have a crush on dragons? People usually send me their art on Instagram.
So Road to Nowhere says this guy is literally trying to send you fart prawn. Do not. Oh, she'll let it happen.
All right, Jack. This is the last piece, strawberries. Just my leftovers from the video, like very weird.
Oh, so the pizza mukbang that she just posted today, she actually did it yesterday. And she's posting it today because she's eating the pizza in this live. And she literally just posted the pizza mukbang, the pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars.
I attract weird people. Hey, Rosa. I am myself strange and unusual. You want to see the art? Oh, you want me to show it now?
Anime, you're so wrong for this. You and Chantal both putting fetishes in people's faces without consent, without letting people know what they're going to see. This is YouTube, sir. This is not OnlyHands. This is not Patreon. It's freaking YouTube. Just stop. Why are the two of you trying to shove things down people's throats? I can't even begin to tell you how wrong this is. It is wrong. It's not an adults only form. Take it where it needs to be.
Hi, AM 12.5. Thank you. The cookies were very good. I have a doctor's appointment on Sunday.
Yeah, and I can really see how you're preparing for the doctor's appointment. You've been stuffing yourself stupid for days now, eating everything in sight, doing fast food funeral after fast food funeral. How exactly is that going to play into your doctor visit?
Check up.
He ain't going to tell you nothing good. I already know that. But you already know that too.
And discussing some weight loss things.
Oh boy. Look, you do need to lose weight. True. But you know what's more important than that? Getting on top of your food issue, because that is fueling the weight gain. That and getting on YouTube and idiots like Anime Sucks paying you money to eat. He's a gainer. He's an immobilizer. He's into the gaining part of the fetish. He's into the immobilizing part of the fetish. He's an extreme feedie, Chantal. He wants you as big as you can possibly get, and he don't care how sick you get in the meantime. Or if what he's doing is going to send you either to the hospital or a casket. He is like a rug addict chasing a high. If you're 600 pounds, he wants you 700. If you're at 700, he wants you at 1,000. He wants you immobile. So he has complete total control of you. And at that point, you won't have any control at all. There's no taking the control back once you give it over to somebody else like him. This guy is so freaking sick. I'm betting dimes and donuts that if you were with him and he had total control of you, that he would get a big, sick rush of looking down at you and getting a kick, a rush out of, I control if she lives or dies. I control how fast she dies. I know that's horrible to say. It is horrible. It is. But that's the extreme side of Foodie fetish. I've heard of cases where people were force fed against their will. I don't know if he'd do that to you, but big is not big enough. Bigger is not big enough. That's what kind of person he is. I've read the cards on this dude. He's sick. He is sick. He wants 24/7 power exchange with you. And you're so stupid that he's got you so brainwashed that he's convincing you this is the way to go. But I think there's something in you that you're pulling back. He's made the offer to you, come be with me, Chantal. I'll treat you like a queen. What's that old saying? If something is too good to be true, it usually is. The grass always looks greener on the other side of the fence until you get there. Then you realize it's not so green. There are consequences for this dream life that you want to pursue with anime if you do pursue it. And the consequences are, it could be fatal. It could be absolutely fatal. Like he could lure you in with, oh, I'll take care of you. You'll be my queen. But he's not interested in your health. He's not interested in helping you get healthy or lose weight. He's interested in getting you, say, to 1,000 pounds. Look at what happened with Emily and her ex-girlfriend. Yeah, extreme Foodieism. That's what it does to people. And what happened to the unfortunate soul, which was Emily's girlfriend, that could be you if you make that jump. But in the meantime, he's going to lay it on thick and urge you to eat and try to put off like, hey, this will be the dream life for you. But it ain't. He doesn't really care about you. He cares about satisfying his fetish. It's all about what he can get out of you. Think on that for a minute.
Oh. I'm such an idiot. Strawberries. I filmed a mukbang. And I'm going to upload it tomorrow pretending like it was tomorrow that I ate it.
Well, Chantal, we've known for a while. You've got mukbangs backlogged. You do that the most when you travel or do visa runs. Girl world isn't as stupid as you think it is. We've got you clocked. We know you better than you know yourself. We know how you operate. That if you say film 3 mukbangs in a day, you'll space them out and act like you've done something every day when all of those mukbangs came from one single day. We know how it goes. We're not dumb.
Shit. Hi, Vanessa.
Is she laughing because she told on herself? Rule number 2.
No, we had another dinner.
Good Lord. So what? There was a dinner and then the pizza was a snack?
I had like 3 meals today.
So Strawberries and Cream says, so Hardee's, Little Caesars, and a Valentine dinner all in one day and leftovers? Yeah, that sounds about right.
My husband's sleeping road to nowhere and I'm beezing, so I gotta be quiet. No, Hardee's was actually last night. It seemed like it was today. Well, technically it was my lunch, the Hardee's, because I got up at 7. Or no, 5:30? 6? Then we had dinner.
Yep,
Chicken.
confirmed. She's back to her old habits. So she sleeps all day. She gets up early afternoon, late afternoon. She eats, and then she's eating all night long until she goes to bed very, very early in the morning.
Chicken and rice. We ordered it. Then I made the cookies. Then at around 1:30, I had pizza. I think it was 1:30. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, even though I just did. My eating is out of control.
It's always been out of control, Foodie. It's always been out of control. What's different now?
Lobster mac and cheese. I don't have any measuring tools. I'm going to the doctor Sunday, Sam. Yeah, Scarlett. It cracked me up, woman.
And this idiot, these idiots in chat that encouraging her to eat, like this person, Lily saying, eat more. It's okay. We like to see you eat. Lily, either you're a troll or you're a feedie. Now, which is it? Or maybe you're a feedie that's also a troll. And maybe some of the feedies are trolls that they want to see something happen to Chantal.
Probably gonna eat this whole cookie. Oh, what'd you say, Jack? Hey, Vanessa. Miss Casada. Okay, Jackass guys. I don't have a way to show it because I'm on my phone. But if you send it to me, I can show it next stream.
No, don't. There's no reason to show it on your stream. It's not your content. And it's fetishy content that nobody asked for. And nobody wants to see that disgusting crap. If he's got a fart fetish or a furry fetish, that's okay. He can do it somewhere else. It doesn't need to be showcased on your channel. No, ma'am. Inappropriate. Adults only stuff.
If you want. Rolling Stars. Hey, SB. Did Salah get any cookies? He had one. This one's for him.
Like, she honestly thinks this is funny. Someone who's got type 2 diabetes, blood sugar out of control, all her vital organs are screwed. That if she doesn't take her medication, her blood sugar's in the 400s, messed up kidney, enlarged heart murmur, history of blood clots in her lungs, her feet look purple, nerve damage perhaps in her feet and her legs. And she's giggling. Look at me, I'm eating a cookie. I'm hurting myself on camera and I'm making it seem like a joke.
Looks like a 4-year-old made it. Thanks, Tyler. Hey, Bree-Mac. Splenda. Oh, yeah, I should, eh? They're really good. That's my problem. Yeah. They need to be thin. What cat's here?
Poor Julia. You deserve better, Julia. I'm so sorry that you lost the cat lottery. Instead of winning and getting a great owner that would take care of you and give you proper food and brush you and make sure your nails were clipped, a proper scratching post, plenty of room to run around in and do zoomies, you got her. But I do hope that you find a proper owner in the future, because this one ain't it.
Put vegetables in your cookies. I should put peas. Baby. No fast food. I'm full.
It only took four meals for you to get to being full.
And most fast food places right now are serving breakfast. No SB.
So you're eating all this crap in wee early hours of the morning. And you wonder why you gain weight.
Birthday cake flour.
Because you eat this crap and then you go right to bed. That's an easy way to gain weight. Very easy.
Croon's loins. Fast food bees. Who's that? Sam G.
Sam G says, WTF is this chat? Like, let this woman get healthy. Well, she doesn't want to get healthy, Sam. And this is the majority of her chat. You got a lot of Foodie people in her chat that they talk about food. They encourage her to eat even when she's eating. You got people that are trolling because they want to see something happen to Chantal. The majority of people in her audience that actually care about Chantal and want to get healthy is very, very small. I would say less than 20%. The rest are just Foodies and Foodie trolls.
Some people are here because they want me to see me healthy. And some are here because they just like the food stuff, you know?
Yeah, the Foodies. And you're catering to them.
But, hey, I'm 60. Merry Christmas. IHOP. I haven't had KFC.
Kaylee N says, Hun, please eat healthy. Not going to happen. Let me save you the headache. It's not going to happen. She doesn't do healthy. She's getting far too much attention and far too much money being unhealthy. So she's going to stay on that side of the fence.
But there are many other restaurants.
I mean, Kaylee, look at her. She's sitting there eating a cookie right in front of you. You think she's going to eat healthy?
And bologna with sausage? I know, Kaylee. I'm really struggling right now to eat healthy. If you can't.
Oh, but you know what? I'm going to do something. Yeah, the sad violin all day. I'm really struggling. Y'all are seeing Chantal right now. Does it look like she's struggling? Is she fighting against it? Does she look ticked off? Does she look frustrated? Does she look angry? That would point towards a struggle. She's not struggling. She's leaning in. Her words say one thing, her actions say another. She's not struggling. If she's struggling against anything, she's struggling against, how can I do 10 mukbangs in a day so I can do 10 Foodie requests in a day and make the most money? That's the part that she struggles with, keeping her stomach as stretched out as possible, to eat as much food as possible, to make as much money as possible. That's where her struggle is, not the other way around.
Oh. Hey, Victoria. Having chocolate chip cookies. They're good. Miss Casada. They're really good, though. Bonus sandwich.
And I'm going to give a theory about why she's doing all these fast food funerals. Couple of theories. The first one is, as long as she does a fast food funeral, like saying goodbye to fast food. She's going to go through every bit of fast food and every fast food restaurant in Kuwait. And by doing that, she's putting off actually getting healthy. Not that she really wants to, but it just gives her an excuse to eat fast food. And the second reason, if there are feeders in her audience that enjoy her eating the fast food, she might be like poking at them, just poking and acting like, I'm going to give up fast food. And they might panic because they're coming to YouTube for that free food fetish content. And they might send her money like, no, 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 Chantal, don't give it up. We enjoy seeing you do this. Like this might be her subtle, sneaky way of trying to get more money out of feedies. Like, I'm about to give up fast food. You better do something.
People like it here because they like you for you. Thank you.
No, they don't. And that's not me being mean saying that. If they liked you for you, Chantal, if they really, really did, then they would say to you, Foodie, you don't have to eat a bunch of fast food on camera for us. We would prefer that you don't. I would see an influx of super chats from people encouraging you not to eat the fast food. Those that care for you would encourage you to get healthy and would not reward you for being unhealthy. But I don't see, like any kind of financial reward for you being healthy. I don't see any incentive. What I see is a bunch of people in your chat talking about fast food. Like Lil saying, yes, we need a real KFC mukbang. And then Croon's Loin says, we need a Burger King chicken royal breeze. Miss Casada says, hey, I like cookies. I just want the cookies. Victoria says, hi, what are you eating? I'm eating chocolate ice cream right now. Lily goes on to say, bonus sandwiches, bonus fries. And Rose for me says, are you going to do a Rip Wendy's mukbang? So, like, how many people was that talking about food to Chantal, encouraging her to eat? Quite a few. And that's just one section of her chat. But it speaks volumes. Sam G says, you have a lot more support from people who want to see you get better and healthier. The ones talking about the fast food are trolling or trying to harm you. Well, Chantal's in line with that self-harm narrative, Sam, because she's not flipping the feedies off. She's not banning them from her chat. They are giving a narrative that is in line with what she wants to do to herself. She's not fighting against it. She could tell the feedies all where to go and where to stick their food requests, but she's not doing it. She's not. And unfortunately, Sam, the support that Foodie wants is financial. And unfortunately, the food-friendly people are giving her the financial support. So that's where her focus is, not on the emotional support or verbal support. She wants financial support. And only the feedies are going to give it to her.
I just wish people would.
And for the beezers that I just called out by your names, and I put you on blast, that if you want to come over here and start something, yeah, I am going to call you out by name because I've said this many times in my reacts. It is messed up. Do you hear me? It is messed up to be in front of somebody that they have said publicly that they're a food addict. They've said so. They've talked about all their health issues and high blood sugar. And then how dare you come into the room talking about food? No one is going to trigger her. She thinks about food all the time. Y'all are purposely triggering an addict to do the source of their addiction in front of you. I don't like Chantal. I don't. She's an evil biatch. Let's make that clear. But as someone I've dealt with food addiction, I would never purposely trigger another addict of any kind. That's horrible. That is horrible. So don't you dare come on over here and give me any lip. I'll tell you all about yourself. Triggering an addict to eat in front of you, knowing they're addicted to food, knowing they're having health problems is messed up. I don't care what you have to say. It is messed up.
Leave us alone, you know? I don't think that will ever happen. They're too thick for your taste. I like thinner cookies too, but these are really yummy. It's 6:30. Thanks, Miss Casada.
It's 6:30 in the morning and she's eating like that. This is me shaking my head.
So I was gonna wake up and go, hey, Scene. I'm just like hanging out, Carolina. Food addiction is one of the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, food addiction does suck. It's how do you stop an addiction is something you have to keep consuming. It is unique in that way. Like you can't go cold turkey or stop consuming food. You got to eat, but it is not impossible to beat, Chantal. It is not. But you don't want to. You just fall back on it's so hard. You guys don't understand. I understand. I had it, not to the level that you did, but I still had it and I got on top of it. So if I did it, why can't you? Because you don't want to. That's the key thing. You don't want to. You're too busy monetizing it and glorifying it and attracting enablers and funders to your habit. That's why it'll never change, because you built this whole toxic machine around your addictions to keep them all fed, to keep them all happy. You have evolved, Chantal. You used to be Chantal Marie. There used to be a Chantal Marie at the beginning of your channel, and then it switched over. You let go of Chantal and you became Foodie Beauty all the time. And now you're in your final form. You've evolved again, where you are the addiction demon personified. And all you care is about satisfying your hungers and your cravings. Like that's your only thought.
I feel trapped. Like, honestly, if I can be like really candid, like I feel really trapped.
I don't want to hear this crap. How many times have you said this? And you've known about your addiction for years. It was present even before YouTube. You did nothing about it. You don't want to change. You're not ready. You keep making excuses. You keep putting it off. I can't handle it. Shut up. You don't want to. It's making you too much money.
Mexican cinnamon cookies? I had a members only stream. Every single day I wake up, I'm not going to eat any junk. I'm going to eat clean. Some days.
Oh, okay. Stop right there. No. Chantal, you can't lie to one of your own. You can't. You, as someone that you're still there, you can't lie to somebody who was once there. Okay? No. Don't talk to me about the struggle. You're not struggling. You just sat there and ate a cookie right in front of everybody, giggling your butt off. I don't see any frustration in you. I don't see any anger. I don't see the guilt. I don't hear the, why did I just do that? That would point towards the inner battle, the struggle. You're not doing it. You sit there and you eat to show off to your subscribers, to your VIPs. Look what I can do, everybody. I can eat 9,000 calories in one day. Stupid. You're not fighting against it. You're even talking that idiot anime sucks. That the only time he gives you big money is when you're stuffing your face. You're catering to people like him. So where exactly is the struggle if you're not cutting that off? Tell me, how exactly is it that you're struggling? You're not really struggling. You're coming online and saying that you struggle when you're not. So stop with this sad fishing. Ain't nobody biting that hook. I'm certainly not going to bite it because it's all nonsense. You did this live, and then what'd you do? Posted that pizza mukbang. I really see how you struggled there. And that pizza mukbang was straight feedy content. Putting the food in your mouth, closing your eyes with the orgasm faces. Girl, stop. We all know who that was for.
As I wake up, okay, I'm not going to eat at all. Like in my...
Yes, I'm getting mad, y'all, because I'm tired of her excuses. I'm tired of the sad fishing. I'm tired of the lies. What I want from her is for her to just be honest or take this fetish stuff off of YouTube. It's gone too far. She's doing too much. She's putting things in front of people that really they shouldn't be watching. Fetish stuff is not YouTube content. It's adults only content. Let's be real. It's not something that everybody should see. Her stuff is not age restricted. There's no warning on the videos like, warning, I'm doing stuff for feeders, or I'm going to do fart content. None of that. And she's doing it on purpose so she can make money with this. Well, Chantal, you can make some money taking it on Patreon or OnlyHands. Tell all your feedy idiots to meet you there, have them pay a subscription and make money that way.
My food issue is trapped.
Oh, shut up.
I don't mean like trapped by my lifestyle. I mean like by my body and by my food problems. Hey, Tracy. I have McDonald's 2 times a day, ice creams, Valentine's Day cake. After my appointment to see diabetic nurse. Yeah, I have an appointment Sunday. I don't know what they're going to say. Hey, Carolina. Yeah, Vanessa.
God bless all these poor beezers that are trying so hard. Bree Mac says prep in advance, containers of healthy stuff you could just pull out of the fridge. That's a really good idea. Sam G says that's a good first step. Y'all are trying so hard. Those of you that care about her, you're offering up the ideas and the advice. God bless y'all for trying. But you got to understand that until the addict, until they want to change, they're not going to change. And any good advice you try to give them is going to fall on deaf ears. Honestly, it is. She's not ready. Take it from somebody who's been there. She's not ready. There's no fight in her. She's not fighting against it. She's leaning into it. As long as she's monetizing it and glorifying it, she's not fighting it. She doesn't want to. This is her content. This is how she makes money. I'm saying this to you, Beezers, so I'm trying to save you frustration and anger, because that's what you're going to feel watching her. If you're waiting for her to get healthy, you're giving her advice, and she just keeps coming on camera, having B moments and calling them mukbangs, you're going to get mad. You're going to get frustrated. Let me save you the headache. She's not going to change. She's not.
It's breakfast time. I used to binge pretty bad for years. Turns out I just had worms and a nutrient deficiency. Really? Worms? They can make you lose weight?
Don't give her any ideas. She might do it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, aren't you messed up? So Mrs. Casada says, I try to avoid keeping it around me. So Mrs. Casada, you are saying, I try to avoid keeping food around you, and yet you're going to encourage Chantal to eat fast food? Is that what you're going to do? Care for yourself and encourage a food addict to eat food? That's what's up? You're messed up. That's really messed up.
Yeah, I need to check up and see about my diabetes and help with my diet and issues.
Chantal, you went to a doctor. Did you listen to the doctor? You never listen to your doctors. You don't listen to your therapist. You don't keep up with your therapy. You don't like what they tell you. They've all told you the same things. You need to get on top of your food problem. You need to lose weight. You need to not eat so many carbs, eat more healthy. They all tell you the same things. But since you're not ready, you don't listen.
Yeah, there are a lot of weight loss clinics. Yeah, I have an appointment Sunday, SB. Your boyfriend's there? Hi, Cash. Yeah. It's like, you know what it is? It's like, I don't know any other life.
Find one. Find one. You put yourself in this corner, get yourself out. I've been saying this about you for a long time, Foodie. Your problem is that food is literally your everything. It is what you put on YouTube. It is what you do off of YouTube. It's what you use to pass the time. There's nothing else but food. Food, 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 food. In order to break the cycle of the food addiction, you've got to have a healthy respect for food. You can't use it for everything. You got to take all emotional anchors off of food. You've got to find other healthy, positive ways to fill your time. Things that make you happy, things that you enjoy. I don't know what that might be. But you can't use food as a time filler and a medicine for everything. That by itself is going to be a monumental task because you've never explored outside of food.
I think back to, like, since as long as I can remember, the amount of things I've put in my body. Like, how am I not 800 pounds the way I eat? Like, for real, I'm wondering. Like, if I watch 600-pound life, they must eat a lot more than me. Because I wonder, like, how I'm not there yet. Because my whole life, every day I walk a lot. That's gotta be a troll. Yeah. I don't believe in myself.
Just to be clear, I'm not making fun of the food addiction. I'm not. It's just that I've heard all this crap from her before. She's sad fishing. Oh, feel sorry for me, y'all. I've got this food problem and I can't get on top of it. It's impossible. Like, I'm being sarcastic AF with her. She's making excuses when she could be finding solutions. But she doesn't want to find solutions. She doesn't want to live a different life. She doesn't want to do anything else with her time. She wants to stay with the old familiar, just because it is familiar. And until you're ready to change, you will make excuses. You will find ways to include that which you're addicted to in your life. And so she has. She's not ready. Even now, she's not.
Yeah, I have an appointment Sunday. No, I don't want to be 500 pounds. I don't want to gain any more weight. I don't want to be.
Oh, she told on herself. I don't want to be 500 pounds. Boom, she just told on herself. I don't want to be 500 pounds. So you are 500 pounds. You're not 350. I say you're 550. If I'm wrong, I'll eat Natter's cooking. That's how sure I am that you're over 500 pounds. But we're getting closer to the real number, aren't we? Madam, you're 500. You're 5 feet tall. Your ideal weight should be between, I would say, what, 100, 120? You are 300 plus pounds over that. I'm 5'4". about 130 something pounds. I'm 4 inches taller than you. You could make 3 of me out of the weight that you have. Think about that. You know why your back hurts? You know why your legs hurt? It's because you're carrying the weight equivalent of 2 or 3 of me in the front of you, because you carry a lot of weight in the front. You got hundreds of extra pounds in the front of your body. I know that has to hurt. And I can't even imagine what it's like having Gunter, having a huge fupa that drags down to your knees. I can't imagine how painful that is. This is what you've done to your body. And you talked about weight loss surgery and skin removal surgery. First of all, you can't have WLS because of your health conditions, your health problems. You'd be high risk on the table. Second, because of your food issue, got to get on top of that, got to stay on top of that for a while. No doctor is going to operate on you with a raging food addiction. Okay? Can't do that. And for the skin removal, you got to lose weight first for that to happen. They can cut off skin, but they can't cut off fat. So no skin removal until that happens.
Be this weight. But it's like every day I've eaten like shit every single day. Like, how am I alive? Like,
I don't know. I mean, honestly, like that, with all the stuff going on with you, that is a medical mystery. But I'll tell you what, Chantal, all it takes is one time. I'm not wishing that upon you. You're wishing that upon yourself. All it takes is one time. One domino to fall and the rest fall with it. If you, again, not wishing this upon you, if you have a heart attack or a stroke, you're done for. Something you should know, Chantal, when it comes to extremely overweight, obese patients, regular CPR doesn't get the job done. You need like a machine to do the pumping. Because if you're a larger size, it's going to be much more difficult to do regular CPR if something happens to your heart. And depending on where the event might happen, whether it's away from your home or in your home, it's going to take extra time perhaps to get you to the hospital. It's going to take 3 or 4 people to put you on a stretcher or a board. If it happens at home and you're alone, you're screwed. If Salah is there, what can he do for you? Carry you downstairs and put you in the Timu mobile? He's not strong enough to carry 500 plus pounds by himself. And as much as I could tell from what I've heard, they don't issue regular ambulances in Kuwait. And I think they would need a bigger than normal ambulance to carry you at your current weight. And it's going to take, 4 or 5 people to put you on that stretcher? And I don't know what they're going to have to do to get you out of the apartment. But if you're out of the house, that just means more extra time to get you to the hospital. And again, 4 or 5 people putting you on that stretcher. Here's something else for you. And I confirmed this with a nurse. Patients that are super morbidly obese like you are, it's difficult to get the tube down the throat for the air. You got to get it just right. It's much more difficult. So all these complications to try and keep you alive if something happens. You might want to start thinking about stuff like that. It matters.
do you know what I mean? Yeah, I am. Like, I listed the pros of losing weight, getting rid of the CPAP.
I don't think you could ever get rid of it. Even if you lost a bunch of weight, I don't think you could ever get rid of it. I did ask a former roommate of mine, a man, if somebody loses weight, will they ever be off the CPAP? The answer was no. Because if you have sleep apnea, you just need it just to make sure that you don't stop breathing in your sleep.
Oh, really? Yeah, healthier substitutes at eating out. You're more active than. Yeah. I mean, I don't lay in bed all day long, but
Yes, you do. You just told us you got up at 5. What is that? You sleep all day. You're up all night till wee hours in the morning, like you are in this one. So you literally do sleep all day. You are an extreme night owl.
for a good part of it, I do.
Yeah, there you go. And
When I'm not doing something, it's hard in the beginning, yeah. Hey, Mary. Lovato. No, I used to have one a long time ago. Hey, Mike. I know. The clarity leaves.
wait a minute. Back up. Lovato says Nikocado hired a personal trainer until he lost all that. Have you thought of that? She never had a personal trainer. She went to a gym a couple of times when she was with BB, but she didn't have like a personal trainer. And if I'm wrong, if y'all remember having a personal trainer, let me know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think she did talk about somebody, but I didn't think it lasted that long. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments and I will course correct on the next video.
The minute you get like really hungry and your brain just starts, that like the noise just starts. That's all I can say.
And that's when you got to cultivate some self-control. You just pause and you think to yourself, do I really need to eat today? Didn't I just eat not too long ago? Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I eating because I'm upset and I'm bored and am I self-soothing with food when I don't need to? Pause. Hit the pause button. And that's when you start to practice other ways of dealing with that negative emotion. If you're starting to feel that negative emotion and that addiction demon in your head starts screaming at you, you say, nope, no. I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to go play a video game or read a book or go take a walk or watch a movie. I'm going to, no, I'm not listening to it. You got to take the control back. Otherwise, it will control you forever.
Hi, Patty. You too. Salah's not Kuwaiti FB. So shows how cultured she is. And anyway, even if he was a Kuwaiti Pete's, why is that an insult? Pete's is 1,000 times a better person than No Life Madness would ever be. Okay, so
People call Salah Kuwaiti Pete's because the behaviors are a lot similar and because you treat them almost the same way. You treat them with disrespect. Like they are just there, like, whatever you say, Chantal. Like he's no different than Pete's in that regard. And here's the scary thing, Chantal, and I'm sure you've seen this picture. One half of Salah's face put against one half of Pete's face. They were identical. It was scary how identical they were. But here's the sad thing. Pete cared about you far more than Salah. You left behind a man that cared about you and accepted you the way that you were for one that doesn't care about you. You gave up the real for the fake. You paid $9,000 for the fake. How dumb are you? You gave up real gold for fool's gold when you didn't have to. All because you're a narcissistic ego freak that you like, oh, I want to be with a younger man. You're all about satisfying your physical aesthetics, if you will. You wanted a man that you could brag on, even though he's not much to brag on. Still, like your ego needed stroking. You wanted some arm candy.
hey, Mary. I need to blow my nose. Also, Pete's is very loyal and smart. So thank you for complimenting.
I'm sorry. Yes, he's loyal to a fault to you, but he's not smart. He is not smart. He keeps taking you back, keeps believing your nonsense, keeps hanging out with you. He might have gotten a little bit smarter since you've been away, but he needs to cut the cord with you. And if you had any decency, you cut the cord with him and let him live his life and don't bother him ever again. That's the least you can do for everything you've done to him. You cheated, you lied, you put him in bankruptcy, you ruined his credit. Cutting the cord and letting him live his life without you is the least you could do.
Implementing the law. I love it. What was I saying? Mine's his own business. Drink a glass of water first. You didn't get, you guys are not going to get a notification right now. I know, I wish you would use this hot tub. I would if I had a room like that.
You would not use the hot tub. You hate anything to do with water. You'll probably use the hot tub as a way to take a bath.
I know, Courtney. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to make my life anything other than food. Like, it's just always been food. It's like I have no interest in doing anything unless there's food there. No, PJ. I'm starting to get like that, Miss Cassette. I'm very fed up.
We've heard that. Don't tell us, show us. Booger, don't tell us, show us. You're fed up? You're fed up. Okay, then anybody, make a new rule, Chantal. Anybody talking about food with you in your chat, just pin a comment. No talking about food, no mentioning food of any kind. I'm a food addict. Not good for me. The feedies coming into your chat, shut them down too. Anime sucks coming in, flip him the middle finger and tell him where to go and where to stick it. That'll show me you really mean what you say.
More hobbies. I know. I have no interest. Like, I listen in sometimes to meetings. After I get off here, I'm probably gonna listen in to a meeting. I'm very anxious right now. Like, I don't like talking about it either. Like, I don't know, like, I canceled my latest therapy. I don't like talking about it.
You just sat there and said you listen in, you don't really talk. So you have trouble talking about things in a meeting with people that have a food addiction as well. But you have no trouble whatsoever talking about it on YouTube where it's monetized to even more people. Make that make sense. Is it because you can monetize one and not the other? Because when you go into these meetings, you can't be foodie beauty and have beezers in there? Is that why? It's not a hug box for you?
I'm tired of talking about my past. I'm tired of talking. Like, I feel you. I had a really bad dream too. I had a dream that I was in some kind of, I don't know, I lived in like a huge building and I was renting a small room and I had my bag.
Chantal has trouble remembering the simplest things. I believe that the dreams she tells about, they're all made up. There's no way she can remember all of this. Under normal circumstances, you have a dream, you might wake up and remember it for a second, and then you forget. But how is she able to remember these long dreams?
And I was going out with my aunt, and then all of a sudden I felt a rustle in the bag, and I looked in it, and it was Howie. And I was like, what the?
Oh, there she goes, sad fishing. Oh, I saw Howie in a dream. I miss my hamster. You didn't take care of him when you did have him. You kept that poor baby in too small of a cage, alone in a storage room, so you can shut your mouth and stop trying to paint yourself as someone you care about your animals, Chantal. We saw how you cared for Sam and BBJ back in Canada, Chantal. And then here you are in Kuwait. Poor Howie didn't make it out alive. Living in horrible conditions. You're over there feeding him fast food. In a house that was too cold. And hamsters can pass away from that. And poor Julia is not getting much care either. So you can stop now.
Oh, fuck, he was hibernating. He wasn't dead. Hey, Christina. So I held him, and then as I held him, he was giving birth to a little hamster. Just one. Thanks, Miss Casada. I need to do Arabic classes. You know what? I've messaged a couple places to see if I can join because they give free ones.
You know, Chantal, I've talked about this on my reacts before. Anybody out there, including Chantal, if you want to learn a different language, there's ways to learn for free. There are different language learning videos on YouTube. Anything you want to know. You want to learn how to speak Spanish or Italian or Japanese or Korean or Portuguese or Arabic. You can get started by watching these videos for free on YouTube. They're all over the place. Just do a search under learn, whatever language it is, and a bunch of videos will pop up. So if she was really interested in learning to speak or write Arabic, she could have learned a long time ago and been well ahead of the curve by now.
So I'm going to see. They haven't answered me. So I put him in a Ziploc bag with a little hole so he could breathe until I could get home because I had to go to a class. And I put him and the baby in there. And then all of a sudden, all I see are these weird slimy tentacles come out. And I was like, oh my God, he's eating his baby. He's eating his baby. I really miss Harry.
I knew it. I was waiting for that part. I'm telling this sad story about Howie so I can act like I'm sad over him. But yet, ever since his death, she's not cried once. She's not been sad over Howie. Not sad at all. So, again, you can stop now. With a fake phony, I'm so sad that Howie is gone. You didn't care about him when you did have him.
I really miss him.
No, you don't.
I get really depressed even. I don't even want to live here anymore.
Ooh. Keep talking.
Like, I don't want to fucking live here. I can't stand going in the room and...
No. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing, Chantal. Okay, I got it. You're telling this made up story about Howie so you can say what you really want to say. You're wrapping this made up story, this made up dream about Howie as a way for you wanted to let it out. You want to say to the audience, I just don't want to live here anymore. I can't stand it. That's what you're really feeling. But you don't want to make it seem like it's because of Salah, or it's because of this fake marriage, or because of the fact that you're losing money being in Kuwait and you're broke. No, you're going to wrap it up around this dream to make it seem like it's not Salah's fault. It's not because you've been faking a marriage when that's the entire cause of all of this.
Seeing his empty cage, like I can't. I'm just really...
Chantal, if you want out of Kuwait, just go. And if it makes you feel better, tell any lie you want around that. Tell people it's because you're unhealthy and you need to go home to Canada and get yourself straight. If that's what you want to go with, go. Make up a set of lies or a story arc to get yourself out of Kuwait if that's what you need to do. You're choosing to be miserable. You're choosing to be sick. You're choosing to be isolated. Just go home. Just go. Go home. Figure it out. Go home.
Down. Yeah, true, Zach. The dream journal. I know I have these weird dreams every day. I know it was an ew dream. Saturn eats his children. I can't get another hamster. because I don't even know where I'm going. I don't like. I don't know. We travel. Can't be.
No, you travel. He's not going to go with you anywhere ever again. He doesn't. He gave up a trip to Thailand, all expenses paid, because you made him that miserable. He doesn't want to go anywhere with you. He wants you to go somewhere away from him. He don't want to go anywhere with you.
Be depressed. It's not Valentine's here anymore. Yeah, it's not the same. He had his own personality. I was really close to him. He let me hold him, yeah, maybe we should move ASB. I'm kind of tired, but I like the ocean right in front, but I don't ever go to the beach. The parking lot was looking worse for me. We can't afford to live in huge villas that are 700 KD a month, anyways.
What? I thought you said it was cheaper over there. It's not going to be any. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Chantal, it would be cheaper for you to go home to Canada. The startup may be a bit expensive, but it'd be ultimately cheaper because you're not paying for Salah and you're not paying to go back and forth between Canada and Kuwait. Like a lot of expenses would be cut down. If you downsize, you could do it. Cut off a lot of things you're paying for that you don't need to pay for.
I mean, that would friggin' bleed us dry. Yeah, I like listening in. It gives me a sense of comfort, but I don't like participating. Why am I still up? I don't know. I have too many things going on in my brain. Farm Sparkles. His name is Harry, but I call him Howie. It's more traumatic than I realized. It's just a little rodent.
Oh, God, stop it. Chantal, you didn't feel any kind of remorse or regret or sadness over BBJ, and you had her a lot longer than the hamster. And yet you let Pete's hand her off to a stranger because you just want to go to Kuwait and be with Salah. And when you gave away your favorite cat, Sam, you held a pizza party that night. You were just elated to be done with him too. So don't try to act like you cared about a hamster more than those two.
But I loved him so much.
Oh, shut up.
I didn't sleep. I don't want to live in Thailand. You're not forced to stay in Mangav. Yeah. We were in Salmiya, then Fahahil, then Mangav, and Fahahil is right there. I don't know where we could move. I hate moving. It's such a big task, and I'm not healthy right now. No, not move to Canada right now.
She says that, and yet let's think back to what happened before. She kept insisting, I'm not going home for Christmas. I'm not going back there. No way. And then what happened? She popped up in Canada. Rule number one, Chantal lies.
I don't know. Hey, Alea. It's too expensive, yeah. Yeah, I need some melatonin, I think. No, we're not moving right now.
No, notice the key words. We aren't moving, but she might move.
He laughed so hard he couldn't even help you up. Hi, Pano Chocolat. What did you say? You fell? Saw my husband's eyeballs and hit the ground. Oh, you were falling out of bed. Ouch. Moved to Newfoundland? What about Nova Scotia? Wherever you go, so he can't. Well, it depends. Do you guys sponsorship? Spousal sponsorship takes at least, even after you apply, it takes a long time, at least a year. And now they're even cracking down on immigration in Canada. So it's not just that, but Maybe someday, way down the line, who knows? But we do.
Chantal, you can't sponsor him. And nobody around you is stupid enough to be his sponsor. But you knew that before you went to Kuwait the first time and you made all those promises to him about, I'll get you to Canada. And you know you put that on the hook. You know you baited the hook with that. And you kept the fact that you had your bankruptcies a secret from him because you're always about what you want. And you will use lies and deception to get what you want. Let me give you another example that's not Salah. Let's think about what you did to Nads. Because I still remember. I remember you lied to Nads. And you told him, yeah, I'll get you your own apartment. You lied to him, knowing that you had your bankruptcies on your record and there's no possible way you can get an apartment. But to get extra time with him, you lied to him. And he spent more than usual time with you during the week or 2 weeks that you guys were apartment hunting. And then when he figured out you lied, he was real mad at you. But your way of thinking is, I'm going to keep this lie going as long as I can because I want companionship. I want what I want. I don't care if I have to lie to get it because it all leads back to I wanted it, therefore I should have it. So with Salah, you knew you couldn't sponsor him. You knew about the bankruptcies on your record that were not taken care of. You knew that. But you counted on the fact that it would take a while for Salah to figure that out. But your way of thinking was, it's going to take a while for that to happen. In the meantime, I can use him for content. I can make a couples channel and I can be in his company for as long as I can stretch out the lie. And now he's figured it out. But I know something about, I don't know how it works over in Canada, but when it comes to people seeking, say, a green card or citizenship, one thing I do know about the green card situation, because I had an ex-husband that went through the process of getting a green card, they want a physical. They want a medical checkup. They want a guarantor, someone that will come in and sign their name on the dotted line, that if the person being sponsored cannot work or they stop working, then the person who is the guarantor, the sponsor, will cover all their expenses. You work on YouTube. You got a bankruptcy on your record, which is still not all the way paid. You got bad credit. It doesn't look good. You earn money on YouTube, but that might be spotty. They want to guarantee you can pay all the expenses, and you can't offer that up. So you could never sponsor him, but you knew that before you went there the first time. But you wanted to be next to him. You were, looking at him and going, ooh and ah, and you lied. You can't sponsor him. Nope, not happening.
We want to travel, so I don't know where we'll end up next, but we'll see. Go on a cruise? Hey, Nastia. I don't know if I could surf. And then I saw a really depressing video about that anglerfish. It apparently came to the surface to see the sun one more time before it dies. That's so sad. Everything is depressing me right now. Did I take my pill today?
She's not. Look, she's faking this. I'm so depressed. Oh, and I look at her face. She put her hands over her eyes and like peeking. Are they looking at me? Are they feeling sorry for me? Digging in those eye ducts to get some fake tears to roll out. Okay. Oh, she's depressed, but she's laughing. Okay.
I'm really psychotic, like emotional. So I was like, "Did you take your brain pill?"
What are you wiping away? You weren't even crying.
Go to Japan. Yeah, Victoria.
Oh, yeah. Go to Japan. Go. I support that thought. Go to Japan. Go. I dare you. Go to Japan. I'm sorry, Japan. I am so sorry. You don't deserve Chantal. You don't. You didn't do anything wrong to deserve Foodie. But, ooh, that would be great content for YouTube. Imagine the feralness of Foodie Beauty in Japan with all those lovely Japanese people. Talk about a fish out of water. All the absolutely gorgeous, stunning Japanese women on point with their makeup and their hair and their clothes and the fashion. And then there's Foodie. She'd be a spectacle. She wouldn't even make it out of the airport. She'd get right back on the next plane. Japan is a place of respect and manners and culture and being polite. And she is so not that. She's not. Foodie in Japan. Now that would be an adventure.
Is, you know, he doesn't cheat on me. Ever.
Yeah, she's right. He doesn't cheat on her. They're not in a real relationship. Therefore, there's no cheating.
I need to put real food, I know. Is it Saudi? Yeah, eventually, Lovato. I know I don't like feeling like a zombie. I hate psych meds. What's the alternative? Being crazy? Yeah.
Wait, stop right there. How can she get meds if she's not seen a doctor? Huh?
Kafir kicker. I love how these Muslim people who call other people's kafir, they think that they're being good Muslims. Like you're also sinning. But whatever. Sorry. Hey, Belly.
FB? You're telling her to move to the United States? No, we don't want her. She can't sit with us. That's a bad idea. We don't want her here. Don't come here.
We all need home. Yeah, thanks, AM. Right? Unapologetically Mary, like, move to Michigan. Hey, Taba. She's totally judging me, yes. Yeah, I hate that. Like, Ebed, she's so obnoxious. Like, just shut up. I need home. So that's the whole problem. Yeah, I'm 60. The whole. Hey, Scrapegoat. All.
Okay, Rosa says, no offense, but you've been having the time of your life for 40 years, eating whatever you want. Just accept the cost or change at this point. Exactly.
Of Gore World is so self-righteous like that. They all have something to say about someone else. Never looking at their own.
Ma'am, you're the one that decided to come on YouTube and put yourself out there like this, to do the content that you do on a free public platform. You wanted the public to give you money. You wanted the public to give you super chats and super stickers and buy your memberships. You didn't go to a private forum and do this. You came onto a free public forum. You did it because you wanted to make money and have the most people paying attention to you. So since you're in front of the public and you want to make money off the public has a right to their feelings, their thoughts, and their opinions. And if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. Pick another forum, make a profile, put content there, tell your feedy guys to meet you there, and be done with YouTube. Put the fetish stuff where it belongs, not where it doesn't belong. Until you do that, you're going to hear from us.
Own fucking closet full of skeletons, you know? You've been having the time of your. That's not the time of my life. Are you kidding?
Well, that's your own fault. I've not been having the time of my life. Well, whose fault is that? You've been living exactly the way you want to, eating exactly what you want to eat, when you want to eat it, spending the money the way you want to. If there's all the unhappiness that you feel and that you've been feeling has been a result of the choices that you decided to make, whether it concerned a meal, a person that you made into a sugar baby, where you chose to live, where you chose to go, it all leads back to you, Foodie. So can you really sit there in front of the audience and complain about your life when you've been in charge of your life the whole time? You can't cry to us when you made all those choices yourself. You can't do it.
I hate being this way. Oh, really, Victoria? True, Victoria. You don't have to feel bad if you need it. I need it. I don't know, FB. I don't know. I don't know. No, Pete's doesn't get banned. Unlimited read. I guess it's just sad that things die. That's all. Even though it's a part of life and we're supposed to be going to a better place.
Sounds like she's thinking about her own mortality. That's what it sounds like. She's trying to say in a roundabout way. She's had thoughts about her own mortality. Maybe some things are going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe she's becoming more aware of her health problems. Big question, Foodie. What are you going to do about what's going on with you? Anything? Nothing?
I don't know. It's just sad. Strawberries, honestly, no. I found it made it worse in the long run. And I became dependent on numbing because I used it to numb myself.
Well, that's because you were going absolutely wild with the green products, Foodie. You were overdoing them by a lot, using them as a way to show off for your beezers. Taken first, you had the vape pen, and then when that wasn't enough, you started taking the edibles. You were doing 200 milligrams, then 500, then 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000. Yeah, y'all, she did that much. You would green out to the point where you were practically nodding off on camera. And if that wasn't happening, you were having B moments that lasted for hours. You weren't just taking a regular amount of green, you were just taking way too much. Way too much. And then when your body's tolerance was too high, you switched over to other things, pain medications, the mushrooms, the shatter bears. Like you were just chasing the tail of the dragon. Anything you can grab onto to get yourself high and numb yourself out, you were just flipping back and forth when your tolerance got too high with one single thing. Doing too much. Way too much.
Like the wheelchairs, I overdid it because it.
Yeah, you did. You shouldn't have been taking those to begin with. 1,000 milligrams? Are you kidding me? Nobody needs that much.
Would make me pass out.
Because you did them all at once, dummy. You're supposed to take small sections of that.
And I didn't have to think. Yeah, it makes it worse, eh, Mary? An immortal jellyfish. Are jelly? Yeah, they're immortal. That's not fair. What about humans?
Oh, here we go. No Fast Food 2025 says those wheelchairs were insane. I don't know how you did 1,000 milligrams. Oh, she did more than 1,000.
What? Courtney? 1,000 milligrams. Imagine. That was bad. But you just like eventually like right now, there's nothing in my body. I'm just completely awake. Like, hey, death anxiety. Nope, not for myself. Hey, Miss Casual Vlogger. I'm gonna see 7-Eleven Beezer. I have to. Do you have any Labna SB? Hey, Fufu Egg. Know what's wrong with S-Jam streams? Eggs with peanut butter toast. Yum. I like dippy eggs. You might be evicted? Why? Thank you, Andrea. Hey, Summer. Health anxiety. I need to have more of it.
I haven't, I don't know what's going on with SJM. I'm just getting bits and pieces while I'm watching this live. So Zach says SJM is live right now. He says he may be evicted. Let's see. Strawberries and Cream says SJM is at rock bottom. He called his mom drunk on live and she disowned him. His life is a mess.
Thanks, Neil. Hold on, I gotta pause.
That sound you heard? She farted. She did that for Anime Sucks. Remember the talk in the beginning of this stream? Of like, let me show you a dragon farting. She did that for him. She's so childish. Absolutely childish. And who is she whispering to? Did y'all see that? It's like her leaned over with her hand like she was talking to somebody. Who is she talking to?
I thought it muted.
You're not sorry. You wanted to do that. And you wanted to act like it was an accident, and it wasn't. That was for Anime. I'm sure he's delighted.
I'm sorry.
Did you get paid for that, Chantal? Did he talk to you offline and say, I'll pay you X amount of dollars to fart on stream and give me some fart fetish stuff on YouTube?
I can't hold them anymore. No, I don't remember that, Courtney. It was Julia. I couldn't make it to the mute button. You could praise. So lost gagging. Eat fruity vegetables, move. I know I have to do that.
I hate to be mean, but can y'all imagine how much that apartment stinks? If she's eating fast food all day, blowing ass all day, it has to stink.
The Santa Fe sauce. Yeah, no more of that. I think it's that Indian restaurant. It was Julia.
Juice. Juice. Stop foo-foo. Don't foo-foo juice.
Yoga. Imagine doing the downward dog wing in gas. No, it didn't smell. It's one of those airy ones.
How would you know? You're nose blind to your own farts.
Remember when you forgot to cut out the fart? Usually, oh my gosh, no fast food. Usually when I finish my mukbangs, I rip off my clothes. Could you imagine? By the grace of God, I didn't take off my hijab. But I was struggling to get up. I fart and I'm like, did you hear that?
Chantal, I remember the live you're talking about. You felt it coming. And I remember like you were sitting down and like you purposely leaned to the side like you wanted it to come out and you wanted people to hear it. You leaned over, you were preparing for it to come out. It wasn't no accident.
I don't know, ballpark Franks. Maybe I'm ugly. Who cares? That one from years ago. My mom was getting ready for work at 5 a.m. and I'm making Bloody Marys and fucking mac and cheese. See, I'm not normal. That's not normal. You should join an ashram in India. No way. Do you have to meditate for like 42 hours? Thank you, ballpark. Normal is so boring. It really is. I've never had normal friends because I can't. They would hate me. They would be like, they would just think I'm so weird. I can't go driving. I'm too tired. Substop mukbang. I don't even remember the times that I ate these foods, but I had Little Caesars like earlier. He's using me for what? What's he using me for? I'm broke
Money.
as fuck. Wallah.
Was that? Say it again. I have to hear that part. Excuse me. Excuse me. What'd you say?
I can't go driving. I'm too tired. Substop mukbang. I don't even remember the times that I ate these foods, but I had Little Caesars like earlier. He's using me for what? What's he using me for? I'm broke as fuck.
You weren't broke at AF before you went to Kuwait, but you became that way in Kuwait. So is it worth it to stay there? Is it worth it? You're overextending yourself. Too much money going out, not enough money coming in. You're not happy there. He's not happy with you. There's no growth of any kind. What is the point? Why are you still there? Out of spite? Just trying to stick it to girl world? You're not hurting us. You're hurting yourself the most. I mean, how bad does it have to get, Chantal? How broke do you have to be before you come back to Canada? I mean, at this point, the smartest thing to do would be to come home before you're really broke and you can't do anything anywhere.
Wallah.
You know, you might have something left where there might be something you can start over with. You wait too long, you're not going to have anything to start over with. Nothing. You're at that point now.
Neil Joshi. Oh, really, Enda? You sing? No, I'm not stoned at all. I was gonna say sleepy, but I'm actually tired, not sleepy. I'm too broke to be used for money. And there ain't going to no Canada.
That's what you said about going home to Canada on Christmas time. And then you ended up going. So can we really believe you?
For many years, if that's what he wants. Like many. We haven't even talked about moving to Canada. We talk about like traveling around different places, which we will be. You guys are going to be surprised. Maybe. I don't know.
He ain't going
I
no.
want to stay here.
Shut up. He ain't going nowhere with you. And if you keep putting on weight, Chantal, you're going to be bedbound. He needs to send you home while you still have mobility. Because if you become bedbound, 100% bedbound, you're going to be in a bad way, and so is he. He needs to get smart, send your butt home, or ghost you to where you have to go home.
For a while because I need to get better. So that's why I'm going to the doctor Sunday. And then I want to focus on doing couples channel content, traveling with him. That's our dream.
No, that's your dream. That is your dream. And that dream came from coveting other people and what they were doing on YouTube. You got that inspiration watching Trisha Paytas and her husband Mo. You wanted to be like Trisha Paytas and her husband. You want to be on YouTube and have a partner, yet you're not in a real couple situation. Everybody that's around you, you have to pay to be around you, but they don't really like you. Never mind, love you. You're not going to get what you want. You are not a nice person. You need to work on yourself a lot. Give up this whole couples channel thing, the facade thing, and work on the health thing. That's the most important thing you should be worried about.
Energy. Egyptian night calm, does it work? If it's Thailand again, I'm upset. No. Well, no. Yeah, I hope so, Fufui. Do you think your eyes are allergies? No, it's not smoking.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm seeing an alarming comment in chat, and I'm not quite sure how to take it. Simply Krista says, I'm hungry but scared to eat. I don't want to puke anymore. Krista, do you have a ED? Ma'am, if you have some sort of a ED, I really don't think you should be watching Chantal. I think that's the worst thing for you. All she's going to do is trigger you. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know your situation. I don't know if you're simply ill, but that was alarming to me, you saying that.
In here. It's allergies for sure. Oh, no, yeah, don't eat Simply Krista. Really? Mary, you've never seen the ocean in real life? Wow. Focus on you, yeah. You guys don't know how much more affordable it is to live here. Can you imagine filling your tank for $10? Like, everything is cheaper. There's no tax on the things you buy. I have tax debt I'm paying.
Okay, so now there's clarification. My apologies. Simply Krista says, yeah, I've been battling the flu for almost 2 weeks. I hope you get better, Krista. This sounds like it sucks, but I was alarmed. I didn't know Krista had an ED. It kind of sounded like she did. Turns out she doesn't. So it's just the flu. Okay.
Off that fucking bankruptcy. Sorry for my language.
You have two of them. One is still very much active.
Like, I have been just putting pretty much all of my money on paying off my debts.
Lies. Can't believe a word you say. All that fast food you've been getting. Where's that coming from? Who's paying for that? You lie.
Because I'm putting a lot more money. Like, I'm not doing any minimum payments because honestly, I want to get ahead. I want to get rid of debt. I want to be responsible.
But you're not responsible.
Like, people don't even know.
Is somebody supposed to give you a cookie for being responsible? When you were the one that got yourself into thousands and thousands of dollars of debt because you were making good money during Crackhead Olympics. There were at least 2, maybe 3 months where you were earning $20,000 to $30,000 each month. And you could have used big portions of that to nearly pay off your debt. You decided to go years without paying your taxes. And then when you got yourself in a bad financial situation, now you're having to unstick yourself. You want a cookie for that? You got yourself into that to begin with.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the taxes are crazy. There's no interest in loans either. Not much euphoria. Yeah.
And I wonder if the reason why she's paying on her taxes, if she's paying on them at all, maybe it has something to do with the fact that she knows at some point she's got to go home and she can't avoid paying the taxes. She's got to give the tax man something to keep the tax man off her back. Like, she's been in Kuwait for almost 3 years, coming up on 3. She couldn't avoid just the tax man forever. So she has to pay them so she can go there and start over if she has to.
Yeah. It is. I don't like having debt. Free healthcare.
You know, you sure didn't mind leaving Pete's with over $5,000 in debt with all the damages you did to the villa. Did you give him that money back, Chantal? All the damages you did to the villa? Did you pay him $5,000? I don't think you did.
Yeah. The healthcare here, though, you pay like 60 KD a year, and you get pretty much most things covered. The healthcare's not bad here. It is better in Canada, though. It is. Well, man, I don't know. Can you move?
You know, Chantal, if you got on top of your food issue, really on top of it, all the crazy money you spend on that fast food, like what, 4 or 5 grand plus a month? I don't know what your food bill looks like, but the last time you told us about how much you spent on food, just food, it was about $4,000, $5,000. It might actually be more now. If you got on top of your food issue, you could easily afford rent on your own in Canada.
Somewhere else. We're so tired of Kuwait. You never know. We're kind of like, yeah, I can see that. I get tired of being in the same place. I do love Kuwait, like living here, but
Yeah, it sounds like she wants to go home, doesn't it? Didn't she say she loved Kuwait? I love it here. I'm closer to Salah and Allah. I feel so peaceful here. Now she's singing a whole different song. She wants to go home.
I don't really want to stay here for the summer. Honestly, I don't know if I can.
Oh, we're getting some more information. I don't want to stay here during the summer. Does that mean she's going to come home for the summer?
Bear it. I think I also have tens of thousands, but I try not to think about it. Nice, Beezer. 7-Eleven Beezer. A liver transplant? Oh boy, I don't know. Hey, Best Beezer. Yeah, Zach. Hey, Birdie. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
No, don't sing that song. That's Billy Joel. That's a great song when he sings it, not you.
Abracadabra, ooh la la la.
Keep away from my music.
Ottawa. Yeah, the heat sucks. The system is broken, right? Yep.
Now that song's in my head. Abracadabra. It was a Steve Miller band. Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab ya. I love that song. Great song.
I know I'm always hot. Move to Turkey. Sing us a song tonight. Syria doesn't get hot like here. So. But Syria's nuts. I would honestly love to go there, but I'm not even allowed to go. You need to have like a tourist. You have to be like set up with a special tourist company. But I don't know if I'm his wife.
You're not his wife. And I'm sure the last place that Salah wants you in is Syria, where his family is, where he might have to go. He don't want you there.
He might be able to bring me there. That might be different. But it's so chaotic. Like, there's still a lot of unrest. Yeah, I would love to go there. But it's probably even more strict than here. And I'm like weird.
Donnie says, how come no one is addressing her last video? Does Salah have 3 wives and 4 kids? He can't even afford 1 wife. I don't know about the kid situation, but yeah, she said that. But I think I know why she said that in the way that she said it is because she watches the tarot readers and she watches Neo Tarot. And she's just feeling a certain kind of way because the tarot readers are picking up on stuff that's going on that she don't want us to know.
Donnie, no. I was being sarcastic with my video.
Were you? Were you?
I don't know why people couldn't pick that up because maybe people don't watch the reaction channels that say those things.
Busted. So that was a little confession. The reaction channels that say that and the tarot channels.
People accuse him of all these things. Everything I've said, people accuse those. So I was just saying, yes, just believe what you want, you know? No, he didn't flee Syria, Nostune. He was born here. He's not a refugee. And even now that Syria's been liberated, he's not a refugee. But whenever Bashar was in power, yeah, he would have been a refugee, but he was born here, so no. I like butter tarts and adult lovers. Like, what the fuck? I let my husband control me, proceeds to have fast food mukbangs. Okay, maybe that was a bit clickbaity. Yeah, Rosa. Hey, Anna. I'm okay. Just feeling down. They need to leave her alone. Like, seriously. Just fuck off. Especially, like, Jordy, just fuck off. He goes real life. He zooms in on her fridge to see her legs.
Wait, stop. He goes real life. So anybody doing a reaction, that if they use a Zoom feature on whatever program that they're on, that's going real life? Zooming in to see something clearer is going real life? No, it's not.
Like, F off. I know people don't like her. You cannot like her, but going, like, they go real life.
How?
Have entire wives. Yeah, that's true, but it's just a ruse. The real love is for, you know.
Yeah, Strawberries and Cream said, did you hear about the Choosy game? So Beck had put out another video where they were detailing some of the things that Amber had Beck doing, including something called the Choosy game. There was another disturbing part of the video where Beck was describing how Amber liked the ASMR feeling. So Amber would have Beck pick lint off of Amber's sweater or shirt or whatever for 45 minutes at a time because she liked the feeling of Beck doing it. Just picking at the lint for like 45 minutes straight. And if Beck got tired of doing it, like, because it would hurt their hands, Amber would like set a timer and then she would stop the timer and then restart it. Abusive, absolutely abusive. Amber and Chantal are both abusive, controlling, free people. Poor Beck. Going through all that.
No. I need Simpsons donuts. Ew, they're stale. So do serial killers, yeah. They've reported her to the FBI. Why waste resources because you're bored and have nothing to do with your life? I hate people. Honestly, like seriously, I'm so in awe every day that there are people like this in the world. Oh no.
You know what, Chantal? You and Amber are abusive, controlling people. And the crazy thing is, you both try to paint yourselves the victims, when the fact is, you make other people into victims, and you are abusive to those people that are the victims. And you, being a fake, phony victim, you don't like it when somebody who is a true victim speaks up and says their truth about what happened to them. You want attention being a fake, phony victim, but God forbid a real victim, they find the courage to speak on their real experience. You're a predator. So is Amber. You're abusive predators. And you hurt people without remorse, without regret. And you do it under the pretense of, I'm going to hurt this person and they'll never speak about it. And I can just get away with it. And I'm so happy when I see somebody who is a victim of something, when they find the courage and the strength to heal and they can speak about what happened to them in a way that maybe aids in their healing.
I never heard of the strawberries. The new song. Ash Trevino is another friggin' loser. I can't stand her. She pisses me off. Hey, Miss Casual Vlogger. She literally brought her underage children.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, candles in the chat for Postcard Club. I never traveled.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. Another scam that she pulled on her Beezers. Hey, new Beezers, here's a scam you don't probably know about. The Postcard Club. And this happened during Crackhead Olympics. Chantal was going to go to Cuba. Before she went to Cuba, she set up the Postcard Club. And the way it was supposed to work is anybody that signed up under the Postcard Club and membership was $10 a month, allegedly, Chantal would get a bunch of postcards from that area and mail them out to the Beezers that paid the $10. Guess what? That Postcard Club ran for several months. Before she took it down, it was up for like 10, 11 months. So do the math. She got over $100 from each VIB. Nobody got a postcard. She ripped a lot of people off for a lot of money. So as you can see, her history of scamming has been going on for a while.
Maybe I can't send anything from here. It's like friggin' an arm and a leg.
Like Chantal's always looking for some new scam that she hasn't pulled before to pull on her Beezers, like some little thing to get money right away. And this is so simple. If she wants more money, all she's got to do is make great content. And she'll make a lot of money without scamming people. But she's always about the short-term, fast money scams.
Valentine's Day, just plain dinner. Baked Korean, chicken and rice, and fasolia again. I crave it every day. Remember when I like to call her just seething, claims she had a man, but she's home alone sniping you on Valentine's. All of them were alone on Valentine's sniping.
Chantal, don't look down your nose. Oh, they were alone on Valentine's Day. So were you? Where's your man? You were miserable on Valentine's Day.
And then judge my relationship.
Situationship, but go ahead.
But yeah, the tea I was going to spill is just basically, I shouldn't even talk about it, but mostly my, like, I think the bad time I went to Canada, if you know what I mean. I was going back. I was planning on going to be there for a long time because I wanted to go on the list for weight loss surgery.
That was never going to happen, but go ahead.
That's what it was. I'm confused with why I wanted to go back. This time it was just for a visit. The latest time, being homesick.
Your visa ran out.
But that time I was going to be gone for, I don't even know. So we were talking about, when am I going to see you again kind of thing. So I don't know. I should have done the weight loss surgery. I couldn't stay away that long. I didn't like being there that long.
You didn't qualify for it. Beezers, listen. You know what? You don't have to listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen. If you don't want to, you don't have to listen. Please do your research on weight loss surgery. Do especially the research on what it takes, what you have to do before the surgery, the procedure, like the hurdles you got to jump before you even get in front of a doctor and he approves you for that. It's a long process. And depending on who you are and what's going on, it may take even longer. She would not be approved for weight loss surgery. Way too many health issues, which would make her high risk for getting on and off that table. And she's an active food addict. No doctor is going to do the surgery if you are raging addict with the food. It just wouldn't stick. They would not even begin to touch her.
So I wonder how much it is here. If I do end up losing 200 pounds, I'm putting up a GoFundMe if I can't afford it to get skin removal surgery.
Oh, no, you did not. No, ma'am. Your body, your responsibility. You chose to eat yourself to being over 500 pounds. Therefore, it is your responsibility, financial and otherwise, to fix what you've done to your body. Don't you dare put up a GoFundMe. How dare you? You ate yourself to 500 pounds. You chose to let your food addiction go unchecked and look for people in your audience to fund all of it. You fix your own damage, ma'am. You do that. But you know what? It's a moot point thinking about it. It is. She'll never get skin removal surgery because that would require actual weight loss, which is not going to happen. As long as she has her YouTube channel, as long as she does mukbangs, as long as she's got people anime sucks stuffing her like a goose for Thanksgiving, it ain't going to happen. She's gaining weight, not losing. She's gaining weight rapidly. Every time I see her on camera, she looks even bigger. I'm not being mean saying that. That's just an opinion. Just an opinion.
I want fupa removal. Manjaro. I don't have access to it.
One moment, please. I'm going to look something up really quick. One moment, please. Okay, you guys know I like to seek out information. So let's just stop the screen for a minute because I would like to put this information out there. So all the beezers that she's talking to and talking about weight loss surgery like it's some quick fix, please allow me to show you some information for those who don't know. Okay, this is an AI overview. Before weight loss surgery, WLS, you can take steps to build healthy habits, prepare for tests, and meet with your surgeon. Some of the lifestyle changes: start eating healthy, lean proteins, and lots of vegetables. Avoid junk food, fried foods, and sugary drinks. Drink more water and limit caffeine. You got to stop smoking. Start exercising, like walking or weight training. Eat smaller portions and chew food thoroughly. Then there's the medical preparation. Attend a WLS seminar. Meet with your surgeon for a consultation. Get pre-surgery tests like a barium swallow or upper GI series. Get a readiness assessment. Get insurance authorization. Work with your primary care doctor to manage your blood sugar. Well, her blood sugar's out of control, way out. Diet and supplements. Meet with a registered dietitian to learn about dietary changes. Take a multivitamin and any other supplements as recommended. Follow a physician supervised diet program. Psychological preparation. Consider participating in a psychological consultation. Understand how surgery will change your life and eating habits. Let's see, what else do we got here? What is the process before getting a gastric sleeve? Preoperative tests and clearances may include a sleep study, EKG, chest x-ray, lab work, and consultation with an anesthesiologist. Each patient must also have an evaluation by our clinical therapist and EGD to examine the esophagus, stomach, and part of the small intestine 2 weeks prior to surgery. Okay, let's look down here. Okay, what's the prep before bariatric surgery? How to prepare for weight loss surgery. Begin and maintain a workout routine to reach and keep your weight loss goals. Lower your daily calories to a range between 1,200 to 1,500 calories. Avoid consuming caffeinated beverages approximately 1 month prior to surgery. All right. In 3 weeks prior to surgery, you will need to plan your meals to reduce calories, especially carbs, which she's addicted to badly. Carbs are a major contributor of calories to most American diets. Refined sugars like those in candy and soft drinks should be eliminated. She's a carb addict. This will be impossible for Chantal. Ooh, let's look at this. What is a 2-week diet before bariatric surgery? Approximately 2 weeks before surgery, your doctor will start you on a full liquid, low carb diet. Oh, she couldn't do that. That would be too much. No burgers, no pizza, no KFC. Yes, nope, she couldn't do it. What can you no longer do after the bariatric surgery? Avoid the use of drinking straws, carbonated beverages, chewing gum, and ice. They can introduce excessive air into your surgically created pouch and cause discomfort. Avoid sugar, sugary foods and beverages, and fruit juices. So you guys can see right there, all of that. Like, she can't do none of that. She can't do none of that. But let's go back to Foodie.
My boyfriend thinks you're misunderstood and believes in you, and he's 6'5", so you know, reliable source. I'm misunderstood. Why? Fupa removal, yeah. 200 pounds too, Mary? Really? It's hard, guys. I'm back to normal? Yeah. Do you ever miss the chaotic days of the luxury villa? Sometimes, but not certain things. Before, like when we first moved in, before I met Swordfish, yeah. You know. Hey, Angelique. Yeah, because can you imagine? It's going to probably sag and cover everything, cause infections. So, no thanks. Oh, you got a full tummy tuck? Hello, Cheryl Jones from Florida. Nice to see you here. Surgeries are cheaper in Egypt. Yeah, but do you think, like, are the ratings good? Kind of like Turkey, you know? Hello. Cellulitis? Yikes. Sounds painful. I love Outback. I went there
How can you sit there and talk about WLS and Outback all at the same time?
once. I had a blooming onion. And I think Alice Springs chicken. Yeah, I'm still on antidepressants. Yeah, good job, 7-Eleven. I want to lose 100 pounds. It's hard. Like,
You know what, Chantal? Let's talk serious for a minute. You being at the weight that you're at and all the damage that you've done to your body inside and out, what would it take to get you together? Well, you would need tons of therapy. I'm not saying that sarcastically or meanly. I think a lot of therapy would be beneficial to you, but you would need to drop about, I would say, 300 pounds to get you into the 200-pound range. If you could lose 100 pounds safely per year, it would take you 3 years to achieve that goal. Then, of course, there would be skin removal surgery, which might be expensive depending on the amount of skin that has to be removed. Let's also not forget about your dental health. I'm sure you've got poor dental health, thousands of dollars spent on improving your dental health. And again, I don't know if you've got some permanent damage on the inside. There might be some stuff you can't fix, there might be some stuff you can, but a lot of work and money would have to go into fixing what you've damaged.
life is a lot cheaper in Egypt. Honestly, I would probably be fucking rich in Egypt. Yeah, he has to take care of me. Oh, he does now. If he didn't love me, guys, you guys don't see our relationship. Like,
You don't have a relationship and he doesn't love you. Because if he loved you, he would put his foot down on your eating. He would stop it. He would not encourage it, nor would he enable it. The fact that he is says everything I need to know.
we act, we're like,
If you love your wife or you love your husband, you don't stand idly by while they're destroying themselves. It just doesn't happen.
honestly, just pretty much, we cuddle a lot all day.
No, you don't. No, you don't. He doesn't like you. You got bad hygiene. You don't take showers, which means you probably smell. Why would he cuddle with you? Why? That's the crazy thing about you, Chantal. You want a man to cuddle you. You want him to put his arms around you and kiss you, yet you won't be bothered to brush your doggone teeth. You can't be bothered to take a shower. You won't make yourself pleasant to be around. You want those things, and yet you make yourself disgusting so you don't get the things you want. If you want cuddling and if you want kissing, make yourself a bit more pleasant. You might get it.
Thank you, Angelique. But not only that, like, he puts up with a lot. Like, he's so understanding. This is so hard. Like, having somebody who's like a food addict or has an eating disorder and probably a personality disorder. Uh, he, if you don't love someone, it's not worth putting up with. It's not.
You've worn him out. You wear people out, Chantal. You've worn him out, and he's at the point now where he just doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's like, just I don't care. You wear people out. Every single guy that you're with, they all get the same look in the eyes of like they get the dead zombie eyes because you suck the life right out of them. This is what you do to people.
Not. It's not. Yeah, Cleopatra, you have to have good health insurance, eh? An unconventional, strange marriage. It is unconventional. It is, yes. But it's still a marriage.
No, it's not. A fake marriage is the only marriage you're ever going to have because a real husband would put his foot down on you. And you don't want that. You want a kind of marriage that will tolerate your excesses, your addictions, and turn an eye to it. A real marriage, you couldn't do that.
So they do say I have a marriage. Oh, did you, strippers? It's hard. Nobody knows what happens when, yeah. Hey, Tristan, Maddie. We're going to get back to it soon.
No, you're not.
Nobody sees, like, how good of a guy. They only see that one incident. And it's like, that's why I was saying,
Hey, you know what? Thank you for bringing that up, Strawberries and Cream. Strawberries and Cream says dust off the GoPro. Yeah, like that expensive GoPro never got used. What was the point in it?
like, people don't know. We were probably not even going to be together if I stayed in Canada that long for a couple of years for the surgery. I can't, what, you know,
There was no surgery. You were not scheduled for surgery. You didn't have an appointment. You weren't lined up and ready to go. I just showed you guys some of the things that you have to do before the surgery. She wasn't doing any of them. Therefore, there was no surgery.
so it was weird.
Like a 2 weeks on a liquid diet, she can't do it. She can't do it. And you can't go into the operating room with a lower intestine full of waste. That's why they put you on a liquid diet to clean all that stuff out. She wasn't cleaning herself out.
Weird circumstance. But I don't think I told anybody that, did I? Yes, because remember I was looking, I had an apartment, that bachelor apartment.
When? When did that happen?
It pisses them off that we're still together. Hey, Melly. And believe me, I am not the type of person to stay in a relationship that, for too long anyway. Like, if I'm not happy, you're going to know. You're
Well, we've been knowing you've been nothing but grumpy and nasty and ragey since you got to Kuwait. You've not been happy. And don't tell us you wouldn't put up with a messed up situation. Like you kept chasing after Nads, even after he moved in with Dee Dee. You still kept chasing him. Still, you're desperate. You're thirsty. You'll hang on to anything as long as there's something there.
going to know. Everyone makes mistakes, yeah. And I realize, like, I'm older. I take antidepressants. Like, I'm a mess. He's a young guy. He's handsome.
That's debatable.
Yeah, we are a lot closer. We didn't, a lot of things we didn't talk about because he wasn't, I never knew all these things about him that came out. I didn't know anything about that. That's like,
Well, that's because the two of you didn't know each other and you weren't interested in getting to know him and he wasn't interested in getting to know you. You both were just interested in putting your hooks in one another for different reasons. You didn't want him to know you. You were not ready to be that honest and say, yeah, I got an issue with food. I got a big issue with food. I eat all the time. I got bankruptcies that I'm still dealing with. You didn't put all the problems on the table. You wanted him in the dark. You kept that stuff under wraps and you kept lying about it until you couldn't.
repressed. And now I know so much, and yeah, we're just so much closer.
No, you're not. We're so much closer. He's in the bedroom right now, away from you.
Terry Berry, and believe me, there's so much regret. And, um, Yeah, he's made it up. So yeah, we're and that's what annoys me is like people just keep digging and keep, and I can't control that, you know. But that's why I came on here and like, let me remind you of the people you've had as lovers, okay? You think Salah's bad? He's too vanilla. No, I think I'm too vanilla.
Listen, neither one of them is vanilla. We've seen part of what Salah's into, but Chantal's a bit of a freak herself. Don't let her fool you. I mean, she's over here doing fetish content right in front of all of us. Let's see. She caters to the poo fetish guys talking about messing her pants. She caters to the fart fetish guys farting on camera. She's catering to the feedy guys, the immobilizers, the gainers, the bloaters. Yeah, there's the bloaters. And then recently, that video she put out with the milk and cookies. Hello, who cow fetish. When she was at the Canadian villa, exhibitionism, flashing, trying to whistle in the people that got high, trying to whistle in the rug crowd. Even trying to whistle in the BDSM community, talking about she wants someone to claim her in a safe word, calling Natter Dom. So trying to cater to many different fetishes over the years, including adult baby. That's a new one. She didn't act that way or talk that way when she was at the Canadian villa with Pete's or BB or Natter. This only popped up when she was with Salah. It's a new thing. But she's looking for any fetishes that she could cater to on YouTube and get away with it. Any. So you're vanilla, but you're catering to all these fetish people because you want strictly a fetish crowd. You want the fetish people with money to turn into your client list. Take your freakiness off YouTube. Do it right.
But I'm not really, actually. Love is love. Yeah. Hey, Lemonsy. Wish I had some. Oh, I hear the birds chirping. When do you guys relate being up all night?
And another thing, I remember long ago, Chantal, when you said, and I quote, just nice guys are boring. Ordinary guys are boring. You get bored. You need a little spice in your life. That's why you fell so hard for Naz, because he brought the fight and the spice to your life. And you loved the fighting. You loved the drama. Nice guys, ordinary guys, vanilla guys don't work for you. You like guys that are into the unusual, freaky stuff.
In your head, and then the birds are chirping, and you can't sleep, and you just feel like fucking shit. Salah's a Syrian Pete's. He's not vanilla. No. You know what? That's not an insult because Pete's, he's geeky, whatever. He's socially awkward. He has, you know, he ginger vixen. Honestly, he's nothing like Pete's personality wise, even interest wise. But I think loyalty, other than that one incident, because even in the messages you saw him say, "This, I never anybody since I love Chantal," and I really, he's really like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but he's loyal and he's protective. He's very.
You know, Chantal, I think part of the reason why you still try to maintain control over Pete is because you're afraid. You're afraid of Pete's breaking out of his shell. You're afraid of Pete finding a good woman to be with, someone that could open him up, someone that could change his mind. And if he got exposed to somebody good, he would realize just how bad you really are, and you wouldn't have control anymore. And that might be the moment that he decides to expose you for all of your rottenness on YouTube. So to keep him from doing that, you try to maintain control.
loving. He's funny.
And I'm not saying Pete's is strictly a good guy. He ain't. I saw what he did to BBJ. No mercy, grabbing onto her face when she had rotted teeth in her mouth. I saw. He got anger for Chantal, but he's too cowardly to step up to her and speak his mind about what she did to him and how mad it made him and how mad it still makes him. So he took out his anger on a cat because he's a coward. Yeah, he's got a rotten side to him too.
He's a bit goofy sometimes. I like that about him. You know? But Pete's is loyal. Pete's is one of the best people in the world.
So why'd you leave? Why did you leave him? You had someone that loved you, someone who was loyal, someone who accepted you the way you were. Why leave that? For a fake phony guy that doesn't care about you at all, you idiot.
Pete's is a good person.
Okay. Yeah, and you walked all over him with your dirty funkle feet that haven't been washed in 10 years. And you still wipe your feet on him.
Okay.
Pete's you don't appreciate good people.
Don't cheat. Never. Pete has never lied to me, not once.
But you've lied to him, and you cheated on him, and you did him dirty, and you caused him to be in bad credit. You bankrupted him, and you broke him. And you're not sorry for any of it.
I think he's lied for me about me going to Canada to protect me, but he's never the demon. Yeah, he's an amazing person. Maybe he has like outrageous views or what he's very adamant about his views on politics and stuff, but he's usually going for the underdog. Yeah, Barbara. Good night, Carolina. You missed one. Blue Pot, you should join the membership. You missed a big one today.
Oh boy. Is that what you're doing on the members only lives, farting? You just farted for free on the regular chat. Why would anybody have to pay a membership to see it when you give it away for free? What's that old saying? Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You give away so much for free. Why should people pay for it?
I said, whatever, it's members only. He's ride or die. Salah has a laugh you can never forget. So I wish people would move past that and not judge him based on, you know, like he's a really good person.
You said that about Nads. He's a really good person. So how much can we really trust your word?
His laugh is hilarious. Members only rocked.
Huh. Strawberries and Cream says, Chantal, just so you know, Life with Ron gave $100 to Jordy tonight. How do you feel about that, Chantal? Comments, questions, thoughts?
Life with Ron gave 100 to Jordy? What? I don't believe you. Julia ripped a huge fart, Millie. Ew, my teeth.
Ooh, look at this. Blue Pot says, you know I don't do memberships anymore. I got burned by the Postcard Club and Patreon. Yeah, because Chantal had a Patreon. Chantal was going wild with having her beezers sign up for like many different things all at once. At one time, she had the memberships on her Foodie Beauty channel. Then she had, I forget, like the other channels that she had was encouraging memberships to each one of them, plus her OnlyHands, telling people to sign up for that. Then Patreon, another membership. Then Twitch, another membership. Then the Postcard Club. The Beezers, they were like, look, we can't afford all of this. We can't afford 10 memberships to 10 different things. We only got so much money. But Blue Pot, because of being burned by the Postcard Club and burned by Patreon, Blue Pot's like, I'm not signing up for anything. You've already burned me twice.
Oh, come on, Blue Pot. Whatever. What?
This is what happens when you rip people off, Chantal, and they no longer trust you. You burn someone, you only burn them once.
You scream. Honestly, guys, yeah, he doesn't really want to be. No, he hasn't gone to the barbers, so he won't go on camera. Even though he looks handsome as fuck, I'm like, you don't even look bad. Pete would stab a drifter for you. Yep, he's a really good person. Yep, he don't eat vegetables. Blue pot, I was saying, did I tell you guys that I pulverized onion and green pepper to put into a sauce in rice to cook the rice.
Oh, here's another one. Baked Korean says, I don't do members because he kept getting blocked after one day. Yeah, that was another scam that Chantal did back in the day. And she did it on purpose. She did it on purpose. She would block her own VIBs purposely so they would sign up under another name and get another membership. So instead of just for people paying $5, they were paying 10. She did that little swindle game on purpose. And here's someone to let you know all about it. Baked Korean. I don't do members because you kept getting blocked after one day. Mm-hmm. The games that you play, Chantal.
With it, he found a little piece and that was not pulverized. He took his fork and went, "What's this?"
Blue Pot goes on to say, Chantal, that's my hard earned money, and you didn't deliver. I was upset. So, question, Blue Pot, this woman has ripped you off more than once. So, why are you still a beezer? Why are you supporting somebody who ripped you off? I, I'm interested. I I wouldn't support someone that ripped me off and scammed me. That's just me though. I don't get it.
I went, "That's my hard earned money." Oh, sorry, I didn't travel.
Even if you didn't yes you did. You went to Cuba. And even if you didn't go to Cuba, which you did, you could have gotten postcards there. If you couldn't get the postcards, if something happened, you could have offered up something else to those people, a video, a vlog, something special, given them something. You gave nothing.
I wish I had a friend like Pete's. My husband's sleeping, Zach, that's why. He did that.
Oh, people snitching. Paul's Cham says Ron, which is Life with Ron, donated over $200 and they blocked him for being your supporter. He also donates in Yaba's chat. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, Windhammer. No, we're gonna go back to it, FB. There's no way, Buzz Champ. He hates Yabba. I mean, Ron's free to do what he wants with his money, but
You say that now, but what you've had, ma'am, you've had live streams and you've done posts where you're like, if I see any Beezers in any other chats, block on site. But suddenly Ron is free to do as he wants. Why? Because he's a big money whale. So you'll give him a pass, and somebody else who's not donating as much, they don't get the same pass. The hypocrisy you are.
I thought he hated her. Join the army. I'd be like on Full Metal Jacket, that fat guy. The Lulu man's rent is due. That's sad. Honestly, if I can be honest, that I didn't tell Salah this because he would be pissed. Script code. Hey, Sigma. um, the guy.
Rosa says you need to join the army and learn some self-discipline. That would literally fix all your issues, I swear. I don't think it would fix all of her issues, but I don't think she'd make it through boot camp. They would whip her into shape, though. They'd make sure she wasn't eating too much food. They would work her to hell. She'd be constantly getting in trouble and getting smoked. She'd be getting smoked left and right. Like the drill sergeants would not give her any rest.
Kind of ripped me off. Not much. It was under a dinar, but whatever. Maybe he wouldn't be pissed, but
I mean, I listen, I grew up with a military father. They don't play. They do not play. My dad was a veteran. Don't play. They ain't got no time for nonsense. It's too bad you didn't grow up with that, Foodie. We'd had a lot more discipline. It would have whipped you into shape.
he was mad that I was talking to the guy. Why did you have a conversation with the Lulu man? I didn't have a conversation. I said, what? Fantastic. We knew he ripped you off. Whatever. He needed the money more than me, you know? Hey, Olga. You need to pulverize the veggies then straight. Yeah, I was scammed by the fantastic Lulu man. Hey, Vanessa. Some of us know more Arabic than you. Feeding the cats was nice. We're gonna go back. Do we know anyone from Egypt? Nope. Salah has a lot of Egyptian friends actually. In Egypt and here. He has a couple of Egyptians he works with actually.
Look at these little snitches in chat. Lovato says, Piggy just uploaded. Of course you tootin'. They are so addicted to you. Why are you subscribed to Piggy? If you support Chantal, why are you subscribed to Piggy? Like you're subscribed because you want to snitch? And what are you concerned about what Piggy puts on their channel? Mind your business.
Piggy just uploaded, of course you tooting. Well, they sell, I guess. I was an accident. How does he feel about you ordering food at McDonald's? It was women mostly. Hey, Liz Lucas. They could hook you up with the guys. Yeah, they could. Well, yeah, probably. Yeah, Ginger. Of course, yeah, of course I see his family. I just don't really talk about. I don't talk about the people we meet here. Like Salah's really climbing up.
He wants nothing to do with you. Just let him go.
No, I didn't. He enabled me by getting Indian food. Am I not supposed to eat anything? He doesn't understand what I'm supposed to eat. That's why I'm going to a doctor.
What's the doctor going to do? The doctor can't stop you from eating.
Oh, Ron gifted members to pizza. Ron is awesome, yeah. He's always generous here, too. Teardrop. I know, no notification. What? Yeah. He gets, of course, he makes comments like if I say, babe, I'm gonna order a sub stop for tonight and then I'm gonna go on a diet tomorrow. Sure. Doesn't believe me.
Can you blame him?
To lock me in a room. Buying all, I know. Yep, I ate the Reese's actually. I'm not gonna lie. I can't have snacks in the house. Nope. It's like I can't like resist them. Really, Richard?
It's a pretty sad state of affairs when you're married to somebody and you can't have food in the kitchen. You can't even hide it in your bedroom. It doesn't matter where it is in the house. She's going to find it. She's going to steal it and she's going to eat it. And the person you live with, whether it's a roommate or something beyond a roommate, the person that you live with, you can't even hide your food from them because they're such a thief.
Okay, hit us up when you're about to come. That would be cool. He's gained a bit of weight, yeah. He didn't know about a blue pot. He doesn't eat his snacks that I buy him. Like, he'll probably ask where the Reese's are and like
You don't buy snacks for him. You buy snacks for yourself. And you try to act like the caring wife and tell your beezers, oh, I bought this for him, but then you end up eating it. If they really were for him, you would put the snacks in his room and not touch them under no circumstances. They're for you. Everything you buy is something that you would eat, and you do eat.
3 days. He eats like one bag of chips every like 4 effing days.
That's probably because you eat all the rest of the stuff in the house.
Doesn't eat much. Pisses me.
It makes her angry that he doesn't eat as much as she does. Why does that make you mad? Because he's not a glutton. You are.
But sometimes I get mad. I'm like, are you hungry, babe? Because then I'll think, okay, then we can get something. Because he'll cook.
Ah, there it is. You want food, so you try to act like you're being, babe, are you hungry, babe? Because really you want to get fed. You're looking for food for yourself. So you figure, oh, if he's hungry, then we can both eat. And it's not just me asking for food. Got it.
I'm hungry too, but he's never hungry. Yes, I did, blue pot.
It's all about conniving a meal out of somebody.
Yeah, it's the bathroom. Is when we have downtime during the day or whatever, and like if I'm editing in the room and ceiling, he doesn't like the fan in there, so it's a temperature thing too. That room is warmer for some reason. He doesn't have a weight problem either. Yeah, I want to be like him. He eats, he gets satisfied, he's done thinking about food until like the next day. Yeah, strawberries. I'm struggling bad with food.
No, you're not. We've had this conversation. We're not going to have it again. You're not struggling. You sat through the beginning of this live stream eating cookies and the leftovers from your pizza mukbang. You're not struggling. You're not fighting against it. You weren't taking the food and taking it to the trash and dumping, say, bleach or something on top of it so that you couldn't eat it. That would show that you're fighting against it. You're not doing that. You're not fighting against what's wrong.
I could even eat another meal right now.
And she will when the camera's turned off.
I know, Taba. Scene, thank you. Welcome to our participation. I've never had it in and out. Welcome, Scene. I'm the same way. I've explained laws about food and I eat healthy keto and exercise, but still have weight struggles. Even though I never overeat. Really, Melly? Yeah, you seem very like on the ball, you know.
Okay, you know what, guys? I know there might be more here, but this react is like it's over 3 hours. That's long enough. So if there's something else, something important, something pertinent, if it's on Twitter, I'll just put it in the next react. We don't need a 5-hour react today. I've already posted a react. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.